Because a lot of people believe that you have to go to church in order to feel the presence or be in the presence of the Most High, right? Go ahead.
This is the book of Acts, chapter 7, and verse 48. Howbeit the Most High dwelleth not in temples made with hands.
So it says the Most High doesn't dwell or live in temples made with hands, like all these churches that you see on every street corner, right? Go ahead.
Saith the prophet.
Saith the prophets, because it's also written in the Old Testament that he doesn't live in temples built with hands, right? So give me 1748, Acts 1748. So when people tell you, oh man, you got to come to church on Sunday to go talk to God, right? That's not biblical whatsoever. There's nowhere in the Bible that says you got to go to a building made with hands in order to feel the Most High's presence, talk to the Most High, learn about the Most High, right? Go ahead.
This is the book of Acts, chapter 17, verse 24. God that made the world and all things therein, seeing that he is the Lord of heaven and earth, dwelleth not in temples made with hands.
So he is the Lord, the Most High of the heaven and the earth. So how is the person or the being, the spirit that made everything gonna fit in a building made with hands, right? He's everywhere. He's omnipotent and omnipresent, meaning he's everywhere, right? So give me Matthew 18 and 20, I believe. 18 and 20. So the Most High is everywhere. You don't got to go to a church building. Anybody who tells you that is just trying to make some money off you. Pastors say, oh yeah, you got to come to church on Sunday, talk to the Most High. What he's really saying, or what he really means is you got to come and pay me some tithes, right? So go ahead.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 18, verse 19.
Verse 20.
Verse 20. For where two or three are gathered together in my name, there am I in the midst of them.
So where two or three are gathered in the Most High's name, right? There I am in the midst of them. So whether people believe it or not, when you're studying the Word with brothers and sisters in truth and in sincerity and in His real name, Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, He is there in the midst of you, right? So when it was talking about in the Old Testament in Exodus, it said that Moses was in the wilderness, or he was in the church in the wilderness with the Israelites, right? Was there an actual church building out there? No, right? He was with the church. The church are the people, right? Like we read in 1 Corinthians 3:16 that we are the temples, right? And he dwells inside of us, and he's here in the midst of us, and we are the church all together. So read that one more time.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 18, verse 20. For where two or three are gathered together in my name, there am I in the midst of them.
So there he is in the midst of them, right? Give me John 6:63, 6 and 63. So some people will say, oh, well, you need to go to church in order to feel the Holy Spirit, right? You can't feel the Holy Spirit unless you're in my church. Come to my church, right? But what is the Spirit? Let's get it out of Yahushua, out of our Messiah, out of Christ's mouth himself. Go ahead.
This is the book of John, chapter 6, and verse 63. It is the Spirit that quickeneth, the flesh profiteth nothing.
Go ahead.
The words that I spake unto you, they are spirit, and they are life.
So the words that he spoke, which is the word, right? They are spirit. So this is the Spirit, right? And I'll tell you right now, 100%, that there's a lot of churches out there that don't have the Spirit, right? They don't preach the Spirit, they don't live by the Spirit, they don't want you in the Spirit, because then you're going to know you don't even got to go to their church, and you don't even got to pay their tithes, right? So read that one more time, the second part.
I spake unto you, they are spirit, and they are life.
So the words of this Bible, this is the Spirit, and this is life, right?